Hey you guys, it's Elle. Welcome back to Skincare Sunday, and I hope you're having a great day. So today we're going to be talking all about pores and my recommendations on how to treat large pores, everything from over-the-counter treatments to some that you obviously are going to have to go to a dermatologist's office for. And I want to kind of break it down, why this happens, how to treat it, and then also too at the very end of this video we'll be doing another giveaway today. But I also wanted to, before we jump in, just say thank you guys so much. We have hit 40,000 subscribers. I'm just feel so blessed and thankful to each and every one of you guys. I love you more than you know, and I see all of your comments, and there's just so many of us now. It's really hard for me to get to every comment, but I just want to let you know that I see everything, and I'm really active on Instagram in my DM section, so if there is ever anything that you might need, it's best to find me there. But again, thank you guys so much. This is really all about you, and so the thanks needs to be given to you, and let's get to this. So the reason why I'm addressing large pores today is because I get asked this question all the time. I mean, literally in every comment of every video. This is such an issue as we age. I mean, obviously, even younger people have a problem with pores, but it sometimes seems to really become exacerbated over the years as we start to mature. So what are larger pores and why does it happen? Well, there's a whole host of reasons of why it happens. But larger pores, and I will insert a picture here where I'm talking about it, where there's some large pores. There's some pock marks. You can actually visibly see the pores in the skin. Now, obviously, there can be a wide range of this, you know, from very minor to very advanced. So there's, you know, everywhere in the spectrum of the size of pores that you can see. Pores become clogged with debris, grit and grime, pollution, dead skin cells, things of that nature. And over time, what it does is it stretches the pore and kind of fills up with stuff, and that's why it becomes enlarged. Also, it can be hereditary, but most of the time it's how you take care of your skin and things of that nature, and that accumulates and gives you larger pores. Now, there is no such thing as, you know, taking your pores away or, you know, being poreless, because that's the way that our skin breathes. That's the way it gets rid of toxins. That's the way sebum comes up into our skin. So obviously adds hydration. The lipid barrier is there. So there's a lot of great reasons, obviously, why we have pores. But we do need to take care of them if that is a concern for us. So I want to get into some of the ways topically that you can deal with larger pores. So my first recommendation is to obviously make sure that you are cleansing your skin twice a day. We can really help shrink the pore size. Again, there's no such thing as poreless. You can shrink the pores, you can clean them out, and then over time, they have a tendency to kind of slowly, is the operative word, come back and become, you know, tiny again. So they're basically not visible to the eye so much. But cleansing the skin is the very first step in making sure that we get all of the sunscreen off, all of the makeup off. It helps with our dead skin cells and things of that nature to really get the skin in a healthy place to receive anything else that you put on top of it. So cleansing the skin with a double cleanse, in my opinion, at night if you wear makeup, and then a nice light, gentle, milky formula in the morning or micellar water is the best approach. And this way you will know that your skin is clean and it's going to be in the best shape possible to receive. All right, so the second thing is if you really notice large pore size, you can get a face wash if your skin can handle it. So if you have a little bit tougher skin, not super sensitive skin, a wash that has salicylic acid in it. Neutrogena makes a great one. And again, I'll put all of this information in the description box so you guys can find that. But Neutrogena makes a great one. Murad makes a really good salicylic based face wash. So if you really are noticing these large pores, a face wash like that would be great. Reason being is AHAs, glycolics, things of that nature are going to be your best friend for reducing pore size because it's going to cleanse that pore. It's going to remove whatever is in there, stretching that out. It also is going to exfoliate our skin. So that moves on to my second tip. It's also making sure that you're gentle with the skin, but you do need to exfoliate. So like I said, AHA peels, glycolic peels, glycolic toners, AHA peel pads, things like Dr. Dennis Gross, the Pixie by Petra's Glow Tonic, Neogen's exfoliating pads, things of that nature. L'Oreal has great pads. So there's a whole bunch of host of them of wide price points, but that is going to be of the utmost importance because it's sloughing off dead skin cells. And what that does is it tells our skin to regenerate new skin. So your skin might turn over every 30 to 45 days, but when you're doing something like that, which is a chemical exfoliant, you're telling your skin to regenerate new skin and in fact cleanse the skin and give you new glowing, more refined skin. All right, so those are two really important aspects. Number 3, I actually recommend using either a Foreo or a Clarisonic. It is a very gentle way to exfoliate physically. They don't necessarily claim that they're in a physical exfoliant, but you can get a very gentle head. They make a little cashmere head, but they also make a sensitive head. Foreo is very gentle because it's a silicone machine. I'll put again all those links below, but really making sure that you do this kind of either every other day or daily cleansing, exfoliating to really cleanse those pores out and tell the skin to regenerate is absolutely a must. Okay, so our next point is putting vitamins into our skin after we have done this amazing cleanse and exfoliation, keeping the skin hydrated and adding great vitamins into the skin. So that's when we start adding vitamin C and antioxidants and hyaluronic acid and collagen and niacinamides and vitamin A, which is a retinol or a retinoid. And those really important because they're going to help, obviously, like vitamin C is an antioxidant. It's going to help make sure it fights free radicals. Vitamin A is your retinoids, and that is going to help with faster cell turnover, healthier looking skin, fine lines and wrinkles, smaller pores, things of that nature. Vitamins E, we know all about these things, but this is really important with pore size because you're also really treating the skin. So when you're doing this cleanse and exfoliation and then getting those pores nice and clean, putting something healthy back into those pores is what we want. So really making sure that you're adding great ingredients on top of that. Keeping your skin moisturized, even though you have large pores and you're doing the work to cleanse it out, making sure that you use a moisturizer day and night. I don't care what formula it is, do whatever's best for your skin type. But if you guys have ever heard of a brand, La Roche-Posay, I think I'm totally butchering the name, but I will put up a picture here. It is a very inexpensive brand that I actually have found at Target, and they have a really great line of very affordable moisturizers, skincare products of all types, but it's something that you might want to look into if you really are finding that you're needing some really great drugstore options. Of course, you can watch all of my videos for different moisturizers, but again, the main point here to take away is making sure you do not skip that moisturizing step just because you have large pores and you think it's going to fill up your pores for any reason, all right? Because that's a good tip. Okay, and then using SPF is of the utmost importance. I probably don't say it enough because I feel like it's just a given, but SPF is going to be a whole host of skincare benefits. So when I was doing research for this video, obviously we know SPF is super important for overall aging of the skin, making sure that we stay off that as much as possible or do it as gracefully as possible. But also too, UV damage breaks down elastin and collagen, which actually loosens the pores itself, if that makes any sense. So basically it weakens the skin, which basically weakens the pores, and that also contributes to larger pore size. All right, and then my final one is going to make sure that you use a pore filling primer. The Ren primer that I speak so highly of is actually just a primer that anybody can wear. It's basically to help the longevity of your makeup, have everything go on a little bit smoother, and to kind of create that canvas for great foundation application. If pore size is an issue for you, you will still need to use a pore minimizing primer. We always talk about the Milk Blur primer. We all now just talk about the Benefit Professional. They just came out with the brightening one. That's awesome. There's I wish Garnier still made their 5-second blur, but NYX makes one, NYX makes one, Wet n Wild makes one. So there's great ones throughout all price points, but when you put them on, a lot of you guys just swipe all over the skin, and it is really important to press the blurring primer just where you need it, just in the sections that need it, and pushing it into the skin. Because what that does is it fills the pores in and glides on top of it and makes it a smoother canvas. All right, so 2 of my recommendations for if all of those tips have not worked for you, you are getting really frustrated, and that is a point of contention for you, and you are willing to step out of just over the counter and do something different. If you guys have ever heard of a hydrofacial, hydrofacials are something that I recommend to get every 4 to 6 weeks. Hydrofacials need to be done in a licensed dermatologist or basically a med spa. What it does is it's basically nowadays kind of replacing microdermabrasion. So I used to get microdermabrasion. I used to do microdermabrasion on my clients. Yes, I really enjoyed it. I thought that we got really good results. But what happens with microdermabrasion, just like any other type of exfoliation, is you remove that dead skin cell and that kind of extra layer of skin, and then you have nothing to put inside of it as far as vitamins and good skin loving ingredients. You just kind of slapped on a moisturizer. So it didn't really help the problem. A hydrofacial is a blend between a microdermabrasion and a regular facial that drives great ingredients into the skin. So it'll remove, exfoliate, it will, make sure that your pores are being extracted, all of those good things. But at the end, it definitely goes back and it can put in all sorts of different things, vitamins A, C, E, a whole host of things. But that's a great new way of really making sure, at a great price point, because those usually aren't that expensive, and you can really try that before you go into something else that's more expensive. So if, again, this is not working for you, you've tried the hydrofacials, lasers are probably going to be your best bet. So I recommend you having a consultation with a very vetted dermatologist or laser specialist and get their recommendations for you, because it also depends upon skin type, what you want, how big your pores are, different lasers to use. All right, so I hope you guys found this helpful. Please leave any, recommendations for products down below that you have found that helps the skin concern, and I will see you guys on the next one. Thanks again so much, and lots of love from me to you. Mwah! Bye, you guys. All right, so for today's giveaway, I am going to be giving away the Dr. Jart Water Fuse Hydro Soothe Eye Gel. I actually have been using this. They sent me 2, but I've been using this and really liking it. It really, I've used it at night more because it's just a really lightweight, beautiful kind of eye serum, or eye gel is what they call it. So it's really lightweight, but I think you guys will really enjoy this. So, and I'm also going to give you guys little samples that came along with some of my Ren products, and I think you guys will love these as well. So little goodies for you. You know the rules. Be subscribed. Leave me a comment down below. All the rules will be in the description box. But thanks again so much. I'll see you guys soon.